So I had a grievance coming in, but I just came across another grievance. This is going to be like a 15-year delayed grievance. God, you ready to see the most outrageous shit you've ever seen in your life?
Yeah.
Dude, so the old headphones I've been rocking, the old buds, they've been absolute junk. Pretty sure both of them are dead because I can hear you guys way clearer than every other episode we've ever filmed in these. But I never wanted to pop the old cans on. Just not a good look. But guy, open up the old Bose thing, and in it, I've always seen this, but I've never even once taken the time to look at it. Guy, there's a card, and there's like a stack of them that were in like a little slit in the headphone case. It goes, customers tell us often they're asked about Bose Quiet Comfort 15 headphones. For your convenience, this courtesy card is yours to pass along. What am I, just a door-to-door salesman for the headphones that I just bought? Am I getting it? Like, it's not even like if someone uses a code on it, I'm getting a discount. What kind of tomfoolery is that?
That's
what kind of is Bose a cult?
That's that's wild that makes it out of the boardroom.
Yeah, like this is, and there's legitimately like 15 cards. Like, you think I'm just gonna be walking around with my headphones passing out headphone cards? There's not even not a code on it. There's no discount. There's nothing. It literally
were those like the first noise canceling headphones ever?
No chance, because I had a Bose pair before this. This is just the crazy. I can't believe it's taken me this long to figure it out. But this is outrageous.
What's it say again?
Customers tell us they're often asked about their Bose Quiet Comfort 15 headphones. For your convenience, this courtesy card is yours to pass along. What kind of monopoly nonsense is that?
This courtesy card.
Get out of here.
Thanks, Bose.
The community chest over here.
Forge Captain Kyle Bekker and Mitch Houlahan bring you the Captain's Log on the Forge Audio Network.
I can already tell what direction we're headed tonight,
buddy.
And I like it.
But I have another one. Shall I begin?
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Let's just talk about the stuff that gets us angry, guy. Yeah. So driving home today, we're both parents now. What would it take? Or how broken would you be to put some dumbass decal of like an animal on your car? Like, what would, like, surely that's like the kids are coming up with that and forcing your hand, right? Like, you're putting like cat ears and a tail coming out of the trunk. Oh. It's not Halloween. It's just like how you drive around.
Oh, a trunk cat?
A car cat. It's like, but it's not even like Mutt's Cuts. Like, you didn't turn the whole car into the dog.
That's wild. No, I thought you meant just like a little sticker on the back.
No. I'm not even talking about like, because that's.
So we're talking like we're going like car decorations.
Yeah, this isn't, because that's a story for another day. This isn't just like a bumper sticker or like the family, like, you know how they all get like they're all there.
Yeah. The stick
people, the stick kids. No. This is like, you got lashes over your lights.
Oh, the light lashes.
Like, what the? Like, come on, man.
I mean, yeah, I get expressing yourself here, but what are you trying to say with that? I'm a cat guy.
I don't even think it has to go as deep as like be able to express yourself. It's just ridiculous.
I think we should really get into that a little more. Like, what are you thinking when you're picking up eyelashes for your fucking headlights? Like,
that's what I'm on about too. Like, that's my stuff. Like, this has nothing about go out and be your best you. This is not it. I don't give a shit how you dress. I don't care what you're into. But it just doesn't make sense that you know what I'm going to do? You know what? I just bought this brand new car. You know what's going to make it better? If I pop this dumbass cat on it.
Or do you think they're like, wait until Johnny Boy sees these?
Like, yeah,
what a bit. Look at this bit that I'm about to do. Some eyelashes on the headlights. Maybe a tail at the back. Yeah, that's shit.
I don't even know. I don't even think you could guilt me into it. If like, oh, this is all my kid wanted and it made him so happy. I'm not budging. I'm not budging on this. It's junk.
I think it's even worse if you do that. Like, your kid asks for that and you do it. That's way worse.
When does it
That's
stop?
a slippery slope. I mean, that's got to be the end of it. That's the end of the line. You're done there.
I was literally driving today, and I was like, if Benny ever asked me to turn this car into something, you ever heard of walking? Dress like a cat and walk yourself, buddy.
Hey, Benny, 2 feet in a heartbeat, bud.
Unreal.
Other than Mutt's cuts.
Yeah, like that's if it makes sense for the business you're running, and it's the Dumb and Dumber car, knock yourself out.
Yep.
Came in hot.
Tonight was gonna be different. Tonight could have been different episode.
Did we have a plan? Did we have a roadmap, as those in the biz say?
Well, you got your cans on, so obviously you were coming ready to play. You were ready to go. You had
Got
those
my pregame cans on. I was listening to Alexis on Fire, just headbutting the wall behind me, getting psyched.
Yeah, you were handing out courtesy cards, Bose courtesy cards all week, ready for this episode. But it's changed a little bit since just a humid night on Tuesday for the semis, but we advanced, so it's all good. Oakville men's league.
Who did you guys play?
Gotcha. Just some crosstown rivals.
Oh yeah, did it get heated?
And honestly, semis advancing, like it was awesome.
Buddy, unreal.
What a night. What do you
done.
think? Yeah, but this episode would have been, we would have brought on, which we've been saying for pretty much, I mean, if anybody's listening to this out there, like we've said it a billion times, but like we're getting Kyle's brother Lee on here at some point to just sound off. We thought tonight was going to be the night, but he's tired.
He had a tough day. Couldn't make her.
We'll get him one day.
Yeah.
I think we should just bring him on and then just like pretend as if there was just been 3 the whole time. But not even mention it.
I don't think so. I think
I mean,
he'll seamlessly just fit in.
Yeah, nah. Anyways, so this is going to be a pretty high energy pod, so we need to, but we're pros, so we'll bring her back with some other stuff. Got some content, got some ideas. What, do you still have another grievance?
No.
What are we on now? Let's get into the game a little bit, or you got a grievance?
Let's get into the game.
Because I got a video for you that I think will just really turn your mood, to be honest.
Fire it up.
We'll talk about the game for sure, but didn't go how we wanted. We would have loved to just come on here and just sound off, eh?
It would have been pretty cool if we won. But hey, that's sports, baby.
But, I mean, honestly, we would have won with class too. So anyways, let's see how you feel about this. I came across this, even though, like, I mean, you could do everything in your power to just, like, this, my phone literally doesn't have, like, it can't even download, like, new apps. So, like, I got no scroll, like, I can't scroll anything, which is great. But you still have to have the YouTube, and, like, you can still, like, get sucked into the shorts, and it's just honestly the worst. All it does is make you mad.
I don't even know where we're going with this, buddy. But I'm excited.
How much are you scrolling or seeing reels or shorts or any of that stuff?
Unless I do a YouTube, like a Maddie, like I'll watch like Maddie Matheson shorts, like cooking stuff.
Yeah, but like a good, like, are you ripping through a good scroll, getting sucked in sometime? Laser beams?
No, not these days. But I know, buddy. Do I know about a scroll?
And they just put it. They know they want you to scroll. Like, it's just way too easy. And then you just end up seeing stuff like this. So honestly, I don't even know where we're going with this, but I think it'll lead somewhere, because obviously I thought of you when I saw it. Like, and this is the stuff we have to look at when we just want to take a little break from our day and scroll, I don't know, maybe I haven't rewatched it, but I think I'm right.
How to double jump on water. Let's start with step number 1. Start on flat ground and practice squatting and jumping and sticking your legs out in any or every direction. Step 2 is to find a corner, and as you jump across it, stick your legs out over the gap, just like you did in step number 1. Now, the key to getting your feet lower than the wall is to push powerfully, but only about this high. That way you can extend your legs lower than the wall you took off. Then you're ready for the final step. How to double jump on water.
Oh, get out of here, buddy.
How
That
did
was
you
way
show
too
me,
long.
guy? Why? Holy Toledo.
So what's the double jumps just so you can pop your toesies in the water and like stay out?
I don't know.
Is that a parkour cool thing?
It has to be, but holy
Oh man.
God. This is the thing that gets me.
I mean,
the
you
most.
know who I'm thinking of with the showing off the kicks.
Tommy V.
just peacocking. But like, what is it? Oh man,
Dude.
I don't know. Things like that, just like it, and
Doesn't it just
it's
wear you down?
Yeah.
But
So that's what we're gonna get into.
Okay.
I want to know what wears you down.
that shit like that. Okay. Oh, the stuff that, dude, I remember this was years ago, but it was one of the more outrageous things I've seen. Like, and don't get me wrong, influencers in the wild are always doing crazy shit. But went out to dinner. I don't even know the name of the restaurant. It was just like a small little spot in Toronto. I think it was like a little Thai place or something. There was this girl. So there's four girls who were out, and one of them had fucking propped up a tripod and was filming the entire thing and like documenting
Her dinner.
Huh?
Just her dinner.
Yeah. And then like had like another camera taking pictures of all the things and was like stopping everything. And eventually someone came over and was like, "You can't do this. Like, take this down. Like you're legitimately in the way. Like you're in between, your tripod is blocking where waiters and waitresses are walking in between to do their goddamn job." Like, it was so outrageous. And she's like, "No, I just have to do it." It's like, no, this isn't a thing. Like, you weren't being paid to do anything. Like, you can't just go into someone's place and do that. It was so bizarro world. I was like, and then we're going to be talking about Hell's Kitchen again. But guy, I'm so fired up the boiling point, Gordon Ramsay. And when he kicks out the food critic.
Guy for, oh yeah.
Just walks up. He's like, "Hey man, good to see you." And like, he was with like, I think 2 actresses. They said 2 famous people that I'm pretty sure a ton of people would probably be happier in their restaurant. Just walks up, says hi to both of them. He's like, "Yep, guys, hope you enjoy your meal, but yep, get the hell out. You're done." Just because he was saying like, mean stuff about him.
Yeah.
But like, and
don't take offense to this, but I'm gonna ask you to leave.
It's like, I'd be doing that all the time if I was a restaurant.
And that critic was he was interviewed, right? Like that was the guy after that was speaking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a dweeb.
Yeah, honestly.
Honestly, if he was a critic now, like he would set up a tripod in the.
It was
sure.
just wild. But like the thing about videos like this is like, imagine being the guy, the buddy filming it.
I mean,
and
is it any worse than Dave having to watch this?
Yeah, but Dave's being told to do it from someone else. He didn't agree to it with us. It's part of his job.
I don't know if we know that that job market. I think those are real jobs. So I think filming guy dunk his toes in a.
So you think toe dunkers paying some dude to be like, "All right, man, watch me"?
Yeah, I think so. Big time. Dave's giving me the head nods for sure.
Like, this is the thing. Also,
that's just silly.
You're just being a goof, dude. You're just
do real
goofing.
Flips. You could do all these flips. Like, come on, you give the toe taps.
I don't know, guys.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know, but like, it was just like, of course he had a man bun too. Like, are you fucking pretending to double jump in water if you don't have a man bun?
Good point.
Dave. Dave's doing toe taps in the water.
He's gonna go to the front step and just try to do the old over the edge. Honestly, did we explain it? Like, how do you even explain that video? This idiot with yellow shorts on is standing on the edge of just a step, and he's like, "Here's how you toe tap," and he fucking just hops up a little bit.
Straightens
puts his legs
out,
over the
and then lifts his knee up real fast. Dude, you get it. You're athletic. 100%. Like, I genuinely, I don't know if I could do it.
I don't even know if that honestly like described it. It's such a stupid thing.
The part of the story that I don't
guess
get,
the
Miss
description
Lippy,
is if you were standing on the side on the side of a pool and you jumped and tapped your feet in the water, but then stayed out.
No, but it was different than that because he was doing it like it was over the corner. So it was at a 90. The only way you can do it is if it's at a 90-degree angle and you're just doing some dumb illusion where it looks like you're jumping on water, but you're really just jumping and straighten your legs out and then landing on the other side.
He's like just doing the old Russian dance. Those like leg straighteners.
We need we need what's his name to come on here and rip the old Russian dance. The villains guy. Mishko.
Oh yeah.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably why we don't get into these clips and scrolls too often, because we'll just get sucked down the.
But the thing is, like, guy, while it does grind me up, there's a part of me that it's so funny because they're dead serious. That's like I genuinely think it's one of the funniest things in the world because in my brain it's like this is dumb, like this isn't serious, but they're being dead serious. Like if you were just like if you came back and you're like, hey man, I just made the greatest troll video in the entire world entire world. Like if you came home and you showed me that you filmed that, I would die. I'd be the funniest thing in the entire world. It'd be like when we were playing when we were doing all those bets where the loser had to post a selfie on Instagram back in the day. And you posted that sweet one. That was the greatest thing of all time. That every single person hit you up and was like, "Are you okay?"
My only post ever.
Old sad guy. Guy got married, did all the other stuff, never did a post. Then he just posted a selfie at 3 a.m, just looking stoic. Unreal.
So okay, here. What do you think of this? I just thought of this. Like these guys posting these videos. Obviously, some of them, like top ones are making a lot of money. So like, if you're selling your soul a little bit, but you're like making loot, like, all right. But I feel like this is just like nobody's happy making a little toe tapper video like that. It's like you might as well just go work in a cool job, a factory.
I just think you can
go smash some steels. Like everyone's like, "Oh, but I get to be creative and put a tripod in front of the waiters at the restaurant."
I don't know, dude. If you're gonna
like, this is my passion. But it's like I feel like now it's just turned to work because everyone's just like, "This is what work is now." It's like it's thinking of a funny little thing. I mean, look at us.
We watched it. And we're talking about it. Look at us. I don't know, buddy. It's a slippery slope.
Here's another one I had.
Fire it up,
and then we'll get back into some footy. Finish things off. I might get some heat on this one from the Bossa Nova crowd, the music crowd. I don't know.
I thought Bossa Nova was just a new name you were giving old DC. That's great. I'm gonna call Bobby Bossa Nova tomorrow.
Bobby Bossa Nova.
You all right, Bossa Nova?
Honestly, he probably does like the little soft Bossa Nova, like little tip taps too.
What's
I can
a
see him
Bossa
doing
Nova?
that around the house. All right. I mean, it's just a style of music, but it's just like real, like soft and like. But anyway, there's this band called.
Just made up a genre of music.
No, it's like a type of dance, isn't it? Bossa Nova. It's like it's kind of like whatever. Well, Dave, can you try to find us a little Bossa Nova clip?
Yeah, we're gonna need some context here because Mitch just made up a genre and a dance.
But
is this like the Ex Machina thing, that kind of dance that you just wishing you could do around your house all day?
But I would like to let everyone know that that's the coolest dance ever. I do want to learn that.
I don't even know who the actor is,
can
but
teach
you're
me that.
referring to the dance and is it Machina? Is that how you even pronounce it? I've for sure been calling it Machina forever.
Ex Machina.
Spina Machina.
What's his name? Eric Isaac? Isaac.
He's a firsty. Yeah, that rings the bell.
No, it's not Eric, but he's awesome. I like that guy. But yeah, that dance is electric.
Bossa Nova.
What were we talking about? Bossa Nova. So my problem's not with Bossa Nova. My problem is with
is brought to you by
like
Bossa Nova.
There's this band. There's this. But there's this band called
You just have an aneurysm.
there's this band called Pomplamoose,
Yeah,
and like they're very excellent musicians, clearly, and they tinker with everything, and they're like,
but they
but
got
the little clips, the little shorts of them, there's like the voice is like so soft and nice, and like it sounds so nice, and it just makes me furious.
Dude, you were saying all that like there was gonna be a compliment at the end of it.
No, I don't know what it is. It's just like it just tears it through my spine. It's just, but it's so nice. It's like angelic.
Where does this rank with the commercial of all the people dancing that gets you so worked up?
Oh, what is that? The 104.5?
Yeah, are we allowed to speak about that commercial, or are we gonna get yelled at? Are they a sponsor of anything that the CPL does?
Come on.
What is it?
Commercials are fine.
All right,
it's CHFI,
and that's the one that just gets
and it's all
everyone's
like,
just happy and dancing.
Like, what are you dancing about?
The
in the streets. And imagine like having to film that commercial too. It's just like, all right, we got a new spot for it's gonna be run all year on TV, and they're just dancing. It's just coming out of the subway dancing. So stupid. Like, what?
They're just happy, guy. They're going to work. They're listening to. First off, you couldn't listen to the radio until like 2 months ago on the subway because there's no damn service under there. Finally, they switched that up. So that was a lie. No one's coming out of the subway dancing. Ever.
No, yeah, I didn't think
definitely
of that.
not because of the radio they weren't listening to.
Yeah,
but hey,
they're just
2024 guy. We got service on the subways now. TTC.
Oh, do we?
Oh yeah.
Did you ride the subway up to York?
Yeah, again? Great experience going on. Oh, we could talk about that.
That's your best game, I think. York away.
Yeah, great. You just take the subway up, all calm, no traffic, nothing's jamming me up.
You just
walk over and meet the boys at the bus. It's great.
That's awesome. And you're just wearing the Bose on the
wearing my cans,
wearing the cans, handing
out these cards, guy, because everyone's coming up being like, I like them.
York was a pretty boring game, eh?
It was a bit cagey.
Cagey. That's what I meant.
I think there was 3 points were there for the taking, obviously. Hot take. Heard it here first. But I think the last 2 games we've just been missing a little bit of that oomph in the final third.
Yeah.
So we need to get that right for tomorrow's match. But yeah, it was definitely it was a cagey one. No, it was one of those ones like we've been on a good little run going in there. They've been doing great. Little 1 versus 3 battle on the table, playing away from home. Ultimately, you just don't want to come away with nothing.
Yeah.
And it was one of those ones. I think we had there was moments that were good. We were a little sloppy in build up. A few times we gave the ball away in the first half across the middle of the field, and that's what those guys are looking at. They're big since the new coach and the new regime sort of come in. They've definitely tightened things up defensively, and they're definitely looking to kind of kill teams on the counter. When you got players like Mo and Brian right up top, they've definitely added a little more of a defensive structure to what they're doing over there, and they're good at it. They almost
you're a fan of Brian Wright, eh?
Yeah, he's a good little player.
Yeah, what do you think?
He's good. I mean, he's in this league. I think he's one of the few strikers who's really good at holding the ball up. He can run it behind, even for being a big boy. Can finish. He scored goals. He showed that in Ottawa, and he's doing it again there in York. And I think he adds he's got a few different things to his arsenal, which is good. He's not just like a stereotypical big guy up top. Like, he can move. He's got some pace. He can drift off the shoulders of the defender. So I think it makes it difficult anytime you're going up against him. And I think when you're playing with a guy like Mo too, they complement each other well, which is definitely good. Got the old 1-2 punch there where Mo can float. Obviously, he can find that final pass. And then it just I think it makes Wright a little more difficult to mark. And he's been scoring for him too.
Yeah. We were talking about it last week, which was probably one of our best episodes. If you didn't hear it, I'd go back and definitely listen. It was electric. But what's better than having a York Hammer rivalry start cooking up?
Yeah, it was good. Great. It's the best too because there's always nice support. Like you actually kind of like we're sowing the seeds. Is that a thing? Sowing the seeds, is that a saying people say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're sowing the seeds of like an actual culture. And obviously the difficult thing in this country is like it's hard to travel. It's hard for fans to go to a lot of away games, just the nature of the country and the size of it. But year in, year out, I think you've seen like the success we've had. We obviously have fantastic support in Hamilton. And every time we go up to York, like we show up in numbers and it's been great. And you see it. Like you're seeing after the game we were speaking, actually, because I was taking the subway, I was kind of just like walking through.
Yeah.
A bunch of people came up, York fans, Forge fans, and ultimately they're buzzing about the CPL just because there's more doors open. Like they were speaking about how they've historically were TFC season seat holders, and it was just for whatever reason they gave them up. Now they have this. This might be more accessible to them. It's closer to them, whatever it may be. They're fans of it. They're loving it, and they're playing their part. They're growing it. And so you're seeing that. You're seeing that little rivalry spark up. You're seeing now a little rival between us and TFC, which is good. Fans, like, they're loving it. Like, the support we had on Tuesday night was outrageous. Like, you looked around the stadium, there was orange shirts everywhere.
Yeah.
That was pretty special to be a part of. Obviously, formerly playing for the club, being back at BMO was pretty cool. Playing there. But, yeah, just looking up, seeing it was great. It's just all, like, I'm not even to just be all cheesy about it, but, like, thing that just gets me fired up is just for the state of soccer in this country. And again, like we've said it a few times on this podcast, but imagine, guy, we were playing like Oakville Blue Stars right now, growing up. You're 10 years old. Everyone's getting all fired up. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to play for Manchester United. I'm going to do it. And like week in and week out, we're either going to Forge or we're going to York or we're going to TFC, whatever. Like you're seeing professional football in your backyard like every single week. So you see it. So now like it's not, I'm not saying this is what it is, but like it's not crazy to be like these guys are going to have Kwesi Poku posters, Tristan Borges posters, Jonathan Osorio, Richie Larea, Ashton Morgan, whoever, like guys, local kids who they're seeing week in and week out. They're going to have these posters of them. They're going to be like, I'm going to be him. I'm going to be better than him. It's the coolest shit in the world. And now that there's more doors open to it, it's just going to get bigger and better. You're seeing it. Like Jesse Marsh, I think, was at the game on Tuesday, which is huge. So if like, again, all that little added incentive. Everything.
Yeah. I know. I can't believe he was at Shell Park. Honestly, I was thinking about this the other day.
Shell Park.
The day. Like, obviously, I didn't come to the game, and like, you know, I want Forge to win as much as the next guy, as much as any guy, but like, it's kind of weird in the. I mean, I'm so excited by like all of that other stuff. I think too, like so much that I'm like, I mean, it still sucks to lose, but like, there's just so much good moving forward. It's just bigger. I don't know for you too. Like, I mean, back 10 years ago, whatever, like probably even 5 years ago, like, you know, winning and losing is different, but it's like this bigger like picture that obviously you've like, you know, you're a big piece of it. So it's exciting. It's like, you know, I don't know. It's kind of tough for me to, and just because Forge wins all the time. Like this is probably also just coming because you've won so many championships. Like we could just like kind of like I think rest on it. Thing. But you know what I mean?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Any Forge supporter or anyone on the team comes out of that, or anyone involved in the club, I think ultimately we've come away from that. And there's a sour mood in all of it, and it's like feels like a little bit like a funeral. Like we went in the next day, obviously with the game Friday, and again, like the boys are down, and you're down because of what you just said. Like we've had big successes at the club, which is so small, and it's in its infancy as a whole. But we've had such big successes, and this year, like just looking at this competition alone, you look at the 2 games against Montreal, you look at the first leg against Toronto, you look at historically what we've been able to do, like that game in CONCACAF a few years ago when we turned the away tie in, we won at home, we qualified, was crazy. But ultimately, it's like you're allowed to have a bad game. And the reality of that game is the boys were just a little burnt out, and we came out and we were flat, and TFC pressed us high. And we kind of fell into a few of the traps that they were setting, and it made it more and more difficult to get out in the first half to get into a rhythm. But you saw anytime there was like any sort of consistency in what we were doing, where we actually put our foot on the ball, we connected a few passes, we were able to create chances because we have quality and we have good players, and you're able to expose things. And we had a game plan that made sense. But on the other side, you have a group of players who have a fire lit under them. Everything's been put on them to get a result in this, because this can kind of kickstart their season to try and drive them into the playoffs. So like a ton rests on it. There's a whole bunch of other noise going on within the club.
Yeah, for sure.
The idea of a club with the magnitude of TFC in terms of the money and the MLSC and all the backing, all that stuff, losing to a club in the CPL in both legs, like that is massive. And the repercussions are huge. And like they have, as again, I said it before, they have so much quality in and out of their lineup, regardless of the form that they're in as a club.
Yeah.
Like there's still individual players who can turn a game on its head. You have guys who've played in World Cups, in Euros, Champions League, all of these things. You have Canadian players who've played in a World Cup. You have Canadian players who've created so much history, won an MLS Cup there at TFC. Like all of these things. Like they've played in big moments, so they're going to be up for it too. They're obviously going to feel hard done by what happened a few weeks ago at Tim Hortons Field. So all of those things that coming together, our 6th game in a month, all of these things, like we came out and the boys were flat. We weren't at our best. Yeah. But ultimately, we tied 2-2 on aggregate. We lost on away goals. Like there's still so much good stuff that you have to take from it. But in saying that, you have to look at the first leg. It's like we cannot concede that goal. You have to come out of that with the 2-0 victory.
But yeah, one loss with I mean, what are we doing? Positivity spin zones again here? But like, just like you said, all the fans, I mean, even that it's a competitive and it's like a rivalry is a big thing. I love all the TFC fans are like, well, this isn't even a rivalry. Like, it's like, don't even like, yeah, all right, come on. Yeah. You guys are crying. Get out of here. So it's great. And then it's like Quasi's getting sold to Belgium. Like, there's so many good things going on all the time. Like, it's just hard not to be a positivity guy, you know?
I know. And the thing about this is that stinks is we're not big glass half full guys.
Nah, I know.
But look at the state of soccer in this country, just getting it out of us, huh? Positive.
Yeah.
Positivity. Know. That's maturity. Buddy.
Really?
Yeah. Like anything else, kick rocks. Hate it. Dumb. What are you going to put whiskers on your car, you idiot? You lost against an MLS team. It's great. It's fine. You guys are doing good.
Honestly, the CPL makes me so happy. I think I could be fine with putting whiskers on my car. Whiskers? Eyelashes.
Oh, man.
But it would have been real nice to just come in here, just piss and vinegar, talking about Bernadeschi's stupid hair and just all the things that were just ready to just.
I do have some questions, Hal. Like, he hasn't got more flack. Like, he's just rocking fake braids. Like,
yeah,
it feels weird. I mean, it feels weird. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. It feels weird.
It definitely. I mean, it looks weird for sure. Because that's the thing. Yeah. Like, it's not a good look. Yeah, but it's like it makes me respect it.
I mean, hey, do you
like that's a thing that I like? I'm down with those stupid fucking dreads.
You think he could is he surfing or is he ripping a kickflip? Like if he can do a kickflip, maybe he gets a pass.
I just spilled my bottle again, guy.
Do a kickflip. If he could do one of those, maybe he's getting a pass.
Yeah,
I should have been yelling it out the whole time. He would have been like, "Oh, what the hell is this kid talking about?" Do a kickflip.
You should have asked him like what his inspiration. No, what is like is he going like what hairstyle is that? Like is that a skater guy thing? Is that like you said, is that a surfer guy thing? Is that like I don't know what else there is with those. Like is that just like a mop thing? It's just like a classic mop that you just wring through, the old red bucket.
Well, this is another one for the TFC fans that are listening for sure. Shout out Chris Konopka, throwback. If anyone knows TFC trivia night, old goalie who ended up getting a little stint after Joe Bendick fell out a bit of favor. Yeah, big reggae guy. So maybe him and Nops. Or just maybe Nops hit him up and said, these are the bars you got to go to. He's just been ripping some ska, immersing himself in the ska culture, and just thought, I need some of these.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it like an island thing? Is it a music thing? Is it a
There's so
extreme
many-
sports thing?
Dude, I got so many questions. I should have just asked him. We were in the tunnel and I was looking at him and I'm like
How's
are
it look
they
up close?
not great? I don't know. It's
What is it? What? How would you describe it up close?
dirty.
Oh,
It's just
man.
weird. Like I don't get like are they like is it like a wig?
Like, was it a process, or did you just like you just pop a hat on?
Like is he rocking
Is
like
it
one
like-
of those Shakespeare like lawyer like things that he's going like old timey British jury? Is that what he's going for? Just a big fan?
Like, is that? I feel like, but I don't know, because he's been doing all this stuff before too. What was it like in the other game? It was like I don't know. He's been going through lots of different hair stuff.
Yeah.
But like, is that just like an Andre Agassi? Like, pop the old headband and hope it doesn't fall off, or is that thing like on there permanent?
No, I think he's got like a decent little bonnet on him. So I really don't know what's going on here. I think he's like a little bit of a fashion guy, so maybe he's just fancying himself a little bit, doing a bit.
Yeah.
But
I really wish I didn't love it so much.
I'll say that. I don't know. It's a weird one. I don't know.
When it's that bad, it's just like, it's bold.
So now,
Good for him.
So you fully come around and you like it.
Yeah, I'm coming around. I knew it's so bad. I knew I was going to come around on it.
Yeah, I just don't know what
Get him on
I don't
the
know what the
pod.
end game is.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's just like, and it's honestly just like it's kind of so weird that it's like, are you going through something?
I just initially when I first saw it, I was like, "Are you going with the old? Are you doing a David Beckham? Like, did you just do cornrows?" But they're
Yeah.
like dreads,
Yeah, they're like dreads.
and I don't think they're his.
Well, I mean, once
the
he
part
grew
that's-
them in two,
But that's
in
the
2
part
weeks.
that's throwing me the most.
Or maybe they are his, and he cut them and fashioned it into a thing, and he just pops them on and off. Is that a thing?
We got so many questions. We're gonna have to have him on.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
reach out. Our people will reach out to his people. We'll get to the bottom of it.
This is really going off the rails. But yeah, I was excited to tell some stories, hey, there's some things in the news. Let's finish off with a little bit of let's rip a few things from today's headlines. First, actually, I don't know if we'll get into I don't think we need to get back into the drone show business. There was a couple tweets. Everyone knows the drone
show.
Whatever. You want to hear a story? You want to hear my story though?
I would love to.
Of about Herdman.
All right.
I mean, just because like I don't get sucked into the tabloids, and what
You
everyone's
just
saying.
get sucked into the parkour scrolls.
All I know is my wife's a soccer player in her own right.
Yeah.
Playing against Herdman, and just his move of standing at the halfway line, staring at the other team with Team Canada when they're gonna blow a team out like 10-0. Just like, all right, guy, cool process.
Does he still do it?
Whatever.
I don't think he does it anymore.
I don't know, but I saw him do it. That's all I know about John Herdman. I won't comment on anything else. He's probably a great guy. Love all those guys.
All right, but here's quick change of pace.
This is the headline that I wanted to talk about. What did you do after the game?
Yeah, this was talk about the boys getting done by
Hired.
their reputation.
Following us.
Yeah, as if. No, obviously, big game. Bunch of the boys came down, which was just a delight, and obviously being an away game, but a little bit of home game for myself. It was I literally just walked out of the stadium, and I was gonna walk through Liberty, and I was gonna get an Uber.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Oh no, we're just in the CNE we're at the beer tent having a couple bevies." It's like, "Yep, let me come over and say hi. You guys are the best, showing out, supporting." So they just go pop up at a picnic table, and 100% earlier in the career, we would have probably burned her down, her to the ground.
Yeah.
Boys had, I mean, they obviously were started before me, but I think we had 3 bevies. Calm. There wasn't even any yelling. No one tried to do anything crazy. And then we all just got up. Those boys popped on the train, went back home. I walked over to Liberty, got my Uber. I think I was home by midnight.
Just a mature post-game beverage after a 40-degree night.
Yeah, hot as balls. Had to cool off. Had to have a couple bevies. Pull into training the next day, sitting on the treatment table. Eddie comes flying in. He's like, "You good?" I'm like, a little taken back. I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" Just looking at him like, "Yeah, I'm good, man." He's like, "What'd you do last night?" I'm like, "I went home." Like, genuinely, like, not even trying to be a cool guy, because then I was thinking about, like, I didn't even wake up with a little bit of like an old man washed up, doesn't even
didn't
drink
even
dad
register.
hangover anymore. Like, just was like, nah, man, just went home. And he's like, "Heard you were drinking on stage with your shirt off." He's like, "There's some video of you going around." I'm like, "What?" This is news to me. Here we go. And then, like, sure enough, it was like he said, she said, all this. Get to the bottom of it. Don't know who it was, but apparently some journo was walking through the C&E after the game and was like, called someone on our staff and was like, "So you know, Bekker's at the beer stage." And like, immediately the thing was deaded. Like, it was like, "What are you telling me this for? Like, I don't give a shit."
Do you know where your captain is right now?
Literally.
He's having a beer.
And he's like,
Can you
I think
imagine
the
that?
answer was like, "Yeah, he's an adult." Like, what are you on about? Like, don't, like, way more things are going on. Ends the call, but then it was like told to someone else, and then that spun into something else, and then I think it got to Coachy, and Coachy was like,
got the bossa nova.
"Oh," he's like, "I know what he was doing." He's like, "I've seen this before, and I'm just getting hoisted on my own petard."
Oh man,
Unreal.
So, but was there actually a video or anything?
No, that's where like the story just took legs. Someone just made a call and said I was there in like a panic, like a big narc.
And everyone just thinks that you
Everyone's putting their own
back into the old.
Everyone's putting their own spin on what I've done.
But,
in the past.
It's also the most believable story ever too. Like, I can't even be really mad at that guy.
No, I think
I mean, well, you can't be mad at the people for assuming that you that you might.
We can be mad at
the
the wiener who was making the phone call in the first place. Like, all right, buddy, take your ball and go home. Yeah. Everyone else, total legitimate reactions
hilarious.
that are all just funnier and funnier, and I loved every second of it. When it was all said and done, I was like, "Oh, that's great."
And like, I even like knew nothing happened.
But
and when you said it, you were like, "Is there a video out there?" I'm like looking on Twitter, and
it would have been the best.
I thought something happened. I knew nothing happened.
Yeah, it would have been. I was like, so much better.
He must have snuck off to another tent.
Dude, but how good would it have been if it was just me, Glenn, and Kev just buckled and we just classic got on stage, took the microphone. I mean, that's also.
I mean, like, I was excited for that to be out there. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, classic. That's how you deal with a loss. You just get out there.
Yeah, honestly, I was honestly just expecting, like, it's hot, CNE, tarps off, crushing beers after the game.
Tell you what, I would have
what
been
Bekker does after the game.
I wouldn't have been the only guy with my tarp off.
Yeah,
like CNE, what a place that is.
Yeah,
questionable.
No shirt, no shoes.
When are we? Okay, I got a grievance.
Yeah, go.
CNE. Go. When are we gonna stop with these festivals? What's the point?
It's growing. I heard.
How can it possibly? There's too much stuff going on. Stop. Just stop doing stuff.
What are you seeing? What's getting you? What's getting you grinded up?
Have you ever gone to the CNE?
Nah, I think I've walked through it.
Did you have fun?
When I walked through it?
Yeah,
no,
exactly. So what's the point?
But I don't even really know like what the thing, like what it's all about.
It's just a carnival.
I mean, like carnival games, like, but they're adding. Isn't there like, I heard there was concerts this year and stuff.
Yeah, there was a stage. So there's live music and stuff. But
the food.
But like, yeah, you have the CNE that is surrounding BMO. It's just too much nonsense going on. Like, you got games going on. Like, the CNE could be going on. The TFC could be playing. The Jays could be playing. Someone else is probably doing something. But it's just too much. I think Veld, or like OVO and Caravana was all on at the same time.
Yeah.
It's too much stuff, man. Jamming everyone up.
Honestly, the only real like taste of it I get is is when the old crew from BT goes down at the start of the summer. Breakfast television. Hey, let me say something about breakfast television. It's great.
What do you like about it?
I mean, I honestly kind of started to just pop her on, like see how Sid 6-0 is doing, like with the old switch from sports to this.
Yeah.
I think he's settled in very
Seamless
nicely.
transition for the boy.
Seamless. He's bringing
All right,
bringing
so
a
I got a
good
question
energy
for you,
there.
buddy. How are you going to be mad at the dancing commercial if you're going to be all happy go lucky guy about breakfast television? Because those are one and the same.
I'll admit it's contradictory.
All right.
I will admit that.
That's good.
But I mean, it's what in the morning you just want a little positivity. Sometimes, come on, it's wet. There's some segments that it's too much in the morning. It's like they might as well have the parkour guy dipping his toes in. But Sid also is like, he's doing it seriously, like like he's a good broadcaster, but he's also like he kind of knows like the situation. Like he takes the piss, but
he's a pro.
But he doesn't
He's a
like.
pro.
But he doesn't. He
was taking the on the score too. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but there's taking the piss and there's like he's not mailing it in. Like he's still like giving it his all.
I mean, he's
like in a
he's
good
an
way.
he's an
but
energy
still,
guy.
but aware.
He's an energy.
He
guy.
is an energy guy. I like his.
Okay, I'll
sometimes.
I'll say this about breakfast television, with like everything being an app and a platform now.
Yeah,
you can't just wake up in the morning and just like pop the TV on, because even if you got like a TSN app or ESPN, you gotta like scroll through it. You gotta wait for all the stuff. You can't just like pop the TV on, hit channel 59 back in the day.
Yeah.
So like there is something about the breakfast television, like kind of
cable,
like
yeah,
crappy but good TV. Nah, understood TV necessary. That's just providing background noise so you don't have to listen to your thoughts while you're making breakfast.
Yeah, for sure. And what you're
gonna flip through Netflix and throw The Office on at 8 a.m. like a psychopath?
Have you ever done that by accident?
Yeah,
just like
awful. I'd rather
like just
I'd
like
go tunes or
force
a
of habit.
Yeah, I have, but it has to get turned off. Like I find it very difficult on day offs, and this is a me thing. It's not like anyone else should feel this way. This is just like Kyle in his own head being a dum-dum. Like I got nothing pressing. My day off, I should just be recovering. Like can just kick the feet up, do it. Like I can't just bring myself to like just sit on the couch and watch TV that early in the morning. Because of like, what am I going to dive into a full season and then watch 7 seasons of something today as a full grown man? Can't do that.
Yeah. And like you said, popping something on just while you're like making breakfast and stuff, like a little background stuff. When you're on Netflix, like before 9, 8 in the morning, and like for me, like when you see the length of the episode, it's like 46 minutes, and you're like, that's gonna take me to 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
that's not good. I can't be sitting here until 10 o'clock.
Can't do that. That's awful. You just got to pop it on and then pop it off once your meal's done, then go about your day.
Yeah, like weekends, anything. Like you can't be.
It's crazy. It's something that we're missing. We're missing without the old cable in our lives.
Yeah, and I always love a good channel change.
Yeah, just flicking through.
Although I'll tell you what, Samsung TV, those free channels.
I might need to start diving in because maybe that's what's that would fill my void. Yeah, that's the best part about going on the road. Just get for 24 hours, you get basic cable again. Unreal.
How about in a hotel when you get to see the old TV guide channel?
Magic. Sometimes I just watch that for a little bit. Guy, like
you miss one little thing. You
I'll
miss
know
like
what
4
I
channels,
watch,
so you have
maybe
to.
There's something else. Maybe there's something else, and then you forget what channel it is because we're all dumb and have ADHD now and can't think of anything for more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're like, oh, Showtime. They're playing. I can't even think of a movie.
Gladiator.
What's on show?
Gladiator.
All right, yeah, Gladiator. Let's keep that. Yeah. Then you keep going. You're like, well, okay, Gladiator's number 2.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden there's like Storage Wars, and you're like, maybe I'll just relive my college days. I'll fire up some Storage Wars. Who knows?
Storage Wars during commercials, pop back to Gladiator.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? Unreal. All right.
I actually just watched that like last week.
Storage?
Again. Gladiator.
Nice.
No.
Oh, have you seen, before we tune off here?
Yeah.
Losing some steam. But
before we tune off. No, I think we're just picking up. That could go for another hour.
Have you seen the new Gladiator?
Trailer?
What is it not out yet?
No.
I realize I fully set that up as if I'd seen it, but I thought it was out.
No. Well, no, I haven't seen it yet.
All right.
I saw the trailer.
Are we excited?
It's getting a lot of heat.
Like,
it's not getting a lot of positivity, but like I thought it was pretty. I thought
everyone's
it was a
poo-pooing it?
long trailer, but I mean, I'm seeing Denzel. I'm seeing the guy do the like gladiator run up the stairs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting excited about a few things.
I feel like it's gonna be sweet, and it's got that British guy. I feel like that guy's gonna do some stuff.
Who?
I don't know, the main. I think he's the main guy.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be a. When's the last time you went to the theater?
Oh, buddy, it's been too long. I feel like we might have talked about this,
Did we?
but dude, I miss the movies. I haven't been in so long, since well before Benny was born. I think I'm just gonna start sneaking in solo movies on away trips.
Nah, let's set something up.
Well, the thing that
Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is why. This
let's
is why I feel
load.
like I'm out. The idea of like using up like I'm gonna go do something pass
Yeah.
to go sit in a movie at home feels like a miss.
To go sit in a theater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I would love.
Yeah, but I think it's just because you've gone so long since doing it.
I also just haven't. I mean, maybe Gladiator's the time. Has there been any other good movies that have come out that you've seen that you're like, probably should have gone to the theater and seen that? I mean, I wish I saw, what's it called? What's the A-bomb guy with Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
What's that called?
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheims. I wish I saw that. That would have been great. And now it's like, what am I going to sit down for 4 hours at home and watch this with none of the cool stuff? Not even have sweet movie theater popcorn and candy? Get out of here. I'm not doing that.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. If Planet of the Apes #4 didn't get me to the theater, I don't know what will.
And have you even finished it? Isn't it out on Disney?
Yeah, it's out.
Is it crap?
Having a tough time finishing her.
Dude, if a movie takes you
Pains
2
me to
times to
say.
finish it, you're not it. It's not it for you.
Yeah. And you have to guess where it's like I don't even want to rewatch 1 second of this. So then you're just like,
All right. What's I think we're both gonna give the same answer, but what's a movie that you're gonna recommend to all the Captain's Log fans out there that they have
movie?
Yeah, that we've seen recently or that I've seen recently upon
Brothers Grimsby.
If you guys want to go see a real comedy that is just timeless, a Brothers Grimsby. And if you don't laugh, don't you dare comment. Don't even listen to this pod ever again. Unbelievable. I was on the plane just pissing myself.
Yeah, what'd you say? You were hiding some of the dirty scenes from the old
There's
lady
so
beside
many
you.
scenes, like classic Sacha Baron Cohen, just taking it way too far. I was watching on the plane, and this like sweet old lady was in the middle between me and Kalongo, and I'm watching Brothers Grimsby. And he's just getting rifled by an elephant. Like it's just such an awful scene, and I'm just like smashing into the corner, like just all hunched over my phone, just giggling like audibly. Oh,
just like elementary school giggles trying to hide it.
it was one of those ones where if I
absolutely
made eye contact
outrageous.
with someone in the classroom, I'm exploding. Like one of those, like a genuine laugh.
They're like, God, what are you watching? And you're just like,
I just couldn't even say anything. 100%, dude. It was so many like of those who you mentioned at the beginning, old Lee Bekker, like a good like Lee Bekker explosion laugh.
yeah.
Just the best.
It's just so. I mean, disclaimer on the old Brothers Grimsby is that it's just so outrageous. Hard R movie.
Yeah.
Hard R comedy.
Super offside.
So good. Though.
Super offside, but just great.
I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's so outrageous. It's almost a family movie. I'd almost suggest families watch it together.
I think if you guys are looking for something to do this Thanksgiving, just everyone get on the couch and just pop that on and just see where it takes you.
Yeah, don't look it up. No reviews.
Yeah.
You got everyone's full from the old holiday dinner.
Yeah.
Flop it on for grandma, grandpa's there. Pop it on.
Yeah, everyone's got the meat sweats. You just finished a political debate that got a little offside, so there's some tension within the family. Someone said something they weren't supposed to say. Bring everyone back in the room. Pop on Brothers Grimsby, and there's something there for everyone.
Hey, speaking of haircuts,
yeah.
How about Oasis?
Oh, the boys, the band's getting back together.
You got sucked into a big Oasis hole the other day, huh?
Yeah, I started firing up, obviously on the news that Oasis is going back on tour next year. The infamous Gallagher bros have set aside their differences, getting back together. Yeah, popped on the old dock. Guy, it's a wild ride.
What is that? The
Super
like the one that's just the one that's
on
just
Amazon Prime.
It's just like a narrated thing, right? It's all
it
clips.
Just goes through like the start, how they get good, and then implode, and just all the nonsense they do in between. And it's like
there's
2 years.
There's just like I'm honestly shocked because like Liam is just it just seems like the most stubborn, like the best, but like name a more stubborn guy. Like I don't think the tour lasts the whole thing.
No chance. How could
Noel's such a prick too?
I don't understand
I love
how the
him
two
too,
of them
but like
have
they just
stuck to their guns this entire time. It's crazy. And he's still going on shows being the exact same human being who hasn't stopped. Like the story, he was telling a story. I was listening to like a bit on the old Jonathan Ross show, some British like talk show.
Yeah.
He's on there and he's telling a story about how the guy's like, oh, I heard how the naked chef Jamie Oliver lived around you for a little bit. And he's like, yeah, and he ended up moving because literally he lived around the corner from the pub they would go to, and they would just go get absolutely pissed up, and on the walk home back to his house, they'd have to cross his house, and they would just sit there and throw rocks at his window until he came out, and they just yell at him to throw down bacon sandwiches. And he was like, get the hell. It's like, guy, you're like a full-on adult with like, you're just relentless. It's unreal. It's literally a character from Brothers Grimsby, and he's fucking electric. Makes me laugh every time, that guy.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, on that note, and because we know Lee's not going to listen to this anyways. He's been trying to get into the pod for a long time, you know.
But he's holding out like Liam right now.
Well, yeah, now, you know, because he was offended before when we booted him off the team before it even started. So now he's trying to hold the old Noel Gallagher grudge.
He's gludging.
But I think Oasis getting back together is a good.
It's a good omen.
It's a good omen.
Yeah.
They can bury the hatchet.
Could bring King Power
back
together.
Well, this was a good episode.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. Dave, why don't you pop in here for the old closer?
Thank you for having me for the closer.
Kyle, you know what the best part of every time we record these podcasts is?
What?
I think you know. It's when we're all hanging up and Dave just gives us a good night.
Honestly, it's just so sweet.
It just warms the cockles.
Yeah, that's good. That's so good.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
Ooh. Dave.
Sleep tight.
This was The Captain's Log with Kyle Bekker and Mitch Houlahan. The guys will drop another episode sometime, whenever they get to it. In the meantime, we would love and appreciate for you to like, follow, subscribe, click on the little bell, do all the things in all the places you get entertained, and you'll find more of this type of content. And that also means we get to spend more time together on the Forge Audio Network.